Hey, shalom, shalom, lakum. Hey, I want to give all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh Bashem Yahushua Bashem Rakakwadash. Right? That's all praise and honor and glory to the Most High God, Yahweh. Right? His name is not God, it's Yahweh. Right? He exists. In the name of his only begotten Son, Yahweh Shai, who the world ignorantly calls Jesus Christ. Right? Yeshua, his name is Yahweh Shai. Right? I want to give double honors to the elders and apostles that labored in this truth before me, taught me this truth, and shalom to the hopeful elect, man. I want to start out here talking about the crash out in chief, man. Hey, man, this guy Trump is bugging out, man. This guy has lost his damn mind. This is what he posted on Truth Social. He says, Donald J. Trump, the commander-in-chief of America, right? Tuesday will be power plant day and bridge day, all wrapped up in one in Iran. There will be nothing like it. Open the fucking strait, you crazy bastards, or you'll be living in hell. Just watch. Praise be Allah. President Donald J. Trump, right? And hey, first one of the things I noticed, man, 1,404 retruce, man. 144, man. And you know what I mean, the elect, the hopeful elect, and the 1/3, the men and women that truly serve the Most High God Yahweh. Hey, this is a joyous day on their so-called Easter Sunday, man. This guy Trump is wilding the hell out, man, bugged out, right? So let's go here in Isaiah 19. Isaiah 19:1 says, "The burden of Egypt, behold, Yahweh rideth upon a swift cloud, and shall come into Egypt, and the idols of Egypt shall be moved at his presence, and the heart of Egypt shall melt in the midst of it," right? And that's what's going to happen when the Messiah truly comes back. These people are talking about this guy Pete Hegseth, who thinks he's a crusader, talking about they're bringing back Jesus Christ. They don't know, hey, the tribes are going to mourn when they see the Yahweh Shai come back, right? When they see a melanated man with a fro, with woolly hair, crack the sky with the angels, the host of heaven, right? And they get busy. Hey, man, matter of fact, we'll get that. We'll get that real quick. All right, let's go to Matthew 24, because these people don't know what the hell they're talking about. Well, matter of fact, I'll get Revelation 1:7. It says, 1:7 says, "Behold, he cometh with clouds, and every eye shall see him, and they also which pierced him," right? And let's talk about the Roman Empire, but the Roman Empire is back today. That's this nation, America, Babylon the Great, right? The mother of all abominations, man. The well-favored harlot, right? Those people are back today, and they're going to see the Lord, man, right? And they're going to be in fear of what the Lord is getting ready to do, man. He's getting ready to get busy, right? You Edomites, you so-called white people, right? And you nations, man, it's going to be a terrible day for you when the Lord comes back, right? You're over celebrating Easter. You think everything's going to be all right. Everything's not going to be all right, man. If you're not watching, you're not understanding that, hey, shit is getting bad. You got your so-called president out here crashing out on Twitter, whatever, True Social, whatever the hell he's on, man. Just crashing out, right? It says, and all the kindreds of the earth shall well because of him. Even so, amen. Right? It's not going to be a joyous day for these people, right? Let me get this. Let's go to Matthew 24. And I'm going to start at 29. It says, immediately after the tribulation, right? Jacob's trouble. It says, of those days shall the sun be darkened, and the moon shall not give his light. And the stars shall fall from heaven, and the powers of the heavens shall be shaken, right? That's talking about nuclear destruction. That's what's going to be coming. Missiles coming from the sky looking like stars falling from heaven, dropping on this land, man. And people that don't believe it, hey, man, they're not going to believe it till their skin is melted from their bones, like it talks about in the book of Zechariah. Right? We can go there real quick. Let's show you what it's going to look like on the day of the Lord, man. Right? So this is the book of Zechariah chapter 14 verse 12. It says, and this shall be the plague wherein Yahweh will smite all the people that have fought against Jerusalem, right? All these nations have fought against the Israelites, man, the so-called Black, Hispanics, and Native Indians. And the Most High God is going to send a major plague on them. Watch what this plague is going to do to people. It says, their flesh shall be consumed away while they stand upon their feet, and their eyes shall consume away in their holes, and their tongue shall consume away in their mouth, right? This is talking about nuclear bombs, man, being dropped on America as well as the land of Israel, right? Because those people have they blaspheme the Lord's name, going over there and calling themselves Jews, man. Right, so they got a punishment, a hellified punishment coming to them too. And all you Americans got a punishment coming to you, right? You so-called Black, Hispanics, Native Indians, man. Hey, it's imperative that you repent, turn back to the Lord, man. Call on the name Yahweh and Yahweh Shai, right? That you can be delivered out of this destruction. All right, let's go back here to Matthew 24 and verse 30. It says, "And then shall appear the sign of the Son of Man in heaven, and then all the tribes of the earth shall mourn, and they shall see the Son of Man coming in the clouds of heaven with power and great glory." Right? "And he shall send his angels with the great sound of a trumpet, and they shall gather together his elect from the four winds, from one end of the earth to the other." Right? And the elect is the Israelites, man. Let's get that real quick. Who's the elect? We'll read it right here. Isaiah 45:4 says, "For Jacob my servant say, and Israel mine elect. I have even called thee by thy name. I have surnamed thee, though thou hast not known me." Right? The elect are only the Israelites, man. Right? The 144,000, the ruling class of that's the ruling class of the new Jerusalem, right? Which is going to rule the earth. That's only made up of Israelites, 12,000 from each of the 12 tribes of Israel, making up 144,000. That's the ruling class. That's the elect. There's no other tribes, man. Right? Yahweh Shai himself said it, man. Right? Matter of fact, let's get this in Matthew 19 and 27. It says, "Then answered Peter and said unto him, Behold, we have forsaken all and followed thee. What shall we have therefore? And Yahweh Shai said unto them, Verily I say unto you, that ye which have followed me in the regeneration, when the Son of Man shall sit on the throne of his glory, ye also shall sit upon 12 thrones, judging the 12 tribes of Israel." Right? The Israelites are going to be ruling, man. Right? Then when you get here in the book of Revelation, chapter 2 and 26, it says, "And he that overcometh and keepeth my works unto the end, to him will I give power over the nations. And he shall rule them with the rod of iron, and as the vessels of a potter shall they be broken to shivers, even as I received of my Father." Right? And then when you go to Psalms, the second chapter, it tells you. Psalms 2 and 8, it says, Ask of me, and I shall give thee the heathen for thine inheritance, and the uttermost parts of the earth for thy possession." Right? So, hey, the Israelites are going to be followed under Yahweh Shai. And Yahweh Shai, who the world calls Jesus, the Messiah, said, "Hey, if you Israelites follow me, I'm going to give you, first off, you're going to be able to sit on 12 thrones, judging the 12 tribes of Israel, as well as I'm going to give you the heathen for an inheritance and the uttermost parts of the world for a possession." That means the Israelites are going to be ruling the world, man. Verse 9, it says, "Thou shalt break them with a rod of iron. Thou shalt dash them in pieces like a potter's vessel." Right? And this is what these goofies, they're so dumb. They think that the coming of the Lord is good for them, right? All right, let's get this. Right? This is directly going to them. This is Amos 5 and 18. It says, "Woe unto you that desire the day of Yahweh. To what end is it for you? The day of the Lord is darkness and not light." Right? As if a man did flee from a lion and a bear met him, or went into the house and leaned his hand on the wall and a serpent bit him. Shall not the day of the Lord be darkness and not light, even very dark and no brightness in it? Right? So the Most High God, he got, these people got a strong delusion on them, man. They think the day of the Lord is going to be good for them. Hell no. You Edomites are going into slavery. You're going to be destroyed. You Americans are sending your sons and daughters over to the land of Egypt, or I mean Salakia, over to the so-called Middle East, Western Asia to die, right? To be soil for the ground, man. That's what's getting ready to happen. We sending goddamn TikTokers over to the Middle East to fight the Persians, man, a mighty warlike people. And eventually the Russians are going to back them too. right? Those people over there not playing no games. Americans are the only ones. Like what it saying Friday, man. Name one nigga in the hood that play like that, man. Iran not playing, man. You Americans are still playing, walking around in sandals. Dudes got on short shorts. Women dressed scantily. Right? They not even work. They not even knowing what's coming, man. Right? Hey, but like the scriptures say, let's get this, and I'll get back to Isaiah. Right? Let's go to 1 Thessalonians 5:1. It says, "But of the times and the seasons, brother, ye have no need that I write unto you. For yourselves know perfectly that the day of Yahweh shall come as a thief in the night." And these people are going to be taken by surprise, man. That's what it means by a thief in the night, man. You know what I mean? The Most High God told us to watch as well as pray. So we're going to be watching for the thief. We're going to be watching for the Lord to come back. These people not watching. They going to get caught, you know what I mean, thinking that shit's all good, dwelling carelessly. Nah, man, death and destruction is coming to this land, man. To you Americans, right? Hey, but the hopeful elect, the men and women of the Lord, man, hey, we're rejoicing because we see what's happened. Yeah, I was watching these Iran Lego videos, man. You know, damn near shed a tear. Like, damn, man, it's really happening, right? America is falling, man, and the goddamn abominations these people have done is finally coming. Hey, man, they're finally gonna get what they deserve, right? They're finally gonna be destroyed. Esau, Edom, the so-called white man, is going to be destroyed, man. It's a beautiful damn thing, right? Let's get this real quick and we'll get back to it. Ezekiel 9:4 says, "And Yahweh said unto him, Go through the midst of the city, through the midst of Jerusalem, and set a mark upon the forehead of the men that sigh and cry for the abominations that be there done in the midst thereof." Right? And Jerusalem is a people for a place. And right now, hey, the true men and women of the Lord are sighing and crying for the wickedness that's being done in this land, man. It's a vexation of your spirit to have to be here. We make the most of it, man. You know what I mean? We have families, take wives, women take husbands. But goddamn, this place is fucking terrible. We got to deal with these damn Edomites ruling over us, acting holier than thou. These people didn't rape, rob, and murder the whole entire world. They didn't kill our ancestors and tell us to get over it. Man, hell nah, bro. We know vengeance is coming from the Lord, though, and that's what we've been waiting on, man. Because we know, hey, we went off, we disobeyed the Lord, and really it was prophecy. We had to go through this, man, so that we can see how not to rule. So the Most High God puts it in our spirit to come out here and rule righteously, right? And that's a beautiful thing, bro. That's what we waiting for, our chance to rule under Yahweh Shai, man. Because we know we not going to do nothing like this Edomite did, man. The basis of man, the Most High God set over the world. Let's get this really quick. Daniel 4:17, right, says, "This matter is by decree of the watchers, and the demand by the word of the holy ones, in the intent that the living may know that the Most High ruleth in the kingdom of men, and giveth it to whomever he will, and set up over it the basis of men." Let's look at this word, base. Basis, right? The lowliest, right? See the root word. A base, humble. Let's see. Word is shapal, right? The low, the basis, man, right? A vain and profane fornicator, right? When you get the book of Hebrews chapter 12 and 16, it tells you, it says, "Lest there be any fornicator or profane person as Esau, who for one morsel of meat sold his birthright." Let's look at this in different translations, right? In the NLT, "Make sure that no one is immoral or godless like Esau, who traded his birthright as the firstborn son for a single meal." NIV, "See that no one is sexually immoral or is godless like Esau, who for a single meal sold his inheritance rights as the oldest son." Right? This guy is sexually immoral. We see it with the Epstein files, man. We see it with how they bomb little girls, man. They bomb in schools. These people are wicked as hell. It's just now the Most High God is exposing it. They can no longer pretend to be the victim. It can no longer, like, these small hats can't go around pretending like they're persecuted. We're not here oral circumcising children. They're being exposed, man. Right? So back here in 1 Thessalonians 5 and 3, it says, "For when they shall say peace and safety, then sudden destruction cometh upon them, as travail upon a woman with child, and they shall not escape." Right? So let's go back here to Isaiah 19. Isaiah 19 and 2. It says, "And I will set the Egyptians against the Egyptians. They shall fight every one against his brother and every one against his neighbor, city against city, and kingdom against kingdom." Right? And that's what's getting ready to come, civil war. We already see that NATO and the EU are turning against America because the actions America are taking is actually affecting Europe extremely, way more than it's affecting us. Right? Because Europe has to depend on those nations over there. America, they have their own oil reserves, so it's not, this energy crisis isn't gonna. It's gonna take a little bit longer to catch up to them, right? But NATO, EU, they don't even want to get involved in this war. You know what I'm saying? Damn, this Edomite lady over yanking the shit out this dog, man. That's the goddamn Edomite for you. She abused the shit out this dog, man. Psycho. God damn. This bitch is over here yanking the shit out this dog, man. But anyways, man, right? Hey, that's so civil wars is coming to this land, man. Right? She kicking this dog and shit. That's an Edomite for you, though. Right? Isaiah 19 and 3 says, "And the spirit of Egypt shall fail in the midst thereof, and I will destroy the counsel thereof, and they shall seek to the idols and the charmers, and them that have familiar spirits and the wizards." Right? That's their AI. That's these different people, like these different elites that all dabble in witchcraft, man. Like the Kabbalists, these Illuminati people, these Rosicrucian people, man. They all dabble in certain types of divination, different witchcraft. But that shit, hey, man, the Most High God is going to cause that shit to fail, right? No matter what you do, man, hey, there ain't no way out of this, man. You know what I mean? It's written on the wall like it talks about in Daniel, man. This kingdom is falling. It's over with, right? It's circling the drain. And if it don't happen now, it's the American dollar is shit. Right? There's so much debt it can never be paid. The only option they have is to eventually cause a reset so they can bring about the new world order, man, and go to an all digital system and bring that mark of the beast, the RFID chip, which talk about in Revelation 13 and 16 says. This is Isaiah 19 and 4. It says, "And the Egyptians will be given over to the hand of a cruel Lord, and a fierce king shall rule over them, saith the Lord, Yahweh of hosts." Right? And this is the last, the cruel Lord will be the last king of Egypt. And America is spiritually Egypt, right? Spiritually Sodom and Gomorrah. And we know this is talking about the end times because when you go to the first verse in this chapter, it talks about the Lord coming on a swift cloud. That's a chariot. We just read that the Lord will come on a cloud and all eyes will see him. So this is end time prophecy. It's not talking about ancient Egypt. This is talking about the spiritual Egypt, right? Where the Israelites were taken into slavery by ships. Right, so let's get this word for the cruel, like cruel Lord, right? Quasa, right? Hard, cruel, severe, obstinate, stubborn, stiff-necked, rigorous of battle, right? The Most High God is hardening the heart of Pharaoh. That this dude thinks he can threaten the Iranians, man. The Iranians know they're winning the war. All they gotta do is wait it out, and eventually the American economy will crash. Their allies will turn against them, like the scriptures say. Right? And matter of fact, let's get that. Let's go to Obadiah. Obadiah 1 and 7. Matter of fact, let's get it in the NLT. This is the book of Obadiah, chapter 1 and verse 7. It says, "All your allies will turn against you. They will help to chase you from your land. They will promise you peace while plotting to deceive and destroy you. Your trusted friends will set traps for you, and you won't even know about it." Right? So, hey, man, And you get the same thing over here in the book of Revelation 17 and 16, man. Hey, these allies are going to turn against you. Is because there's no point, there's no benefit of being attached to this whore anymore. So these nations are going to turn against America. It's just going to be America and the small hats, right? It's going to be just them two at it alone, and they can't win this war without them. Eventually, they're going to have to send them, hey, they're going to have to press that button and send them nukes, man. Right? And that's gonna spell destruction for America, right? This is Revelation 17 and 16. It says, and the 10 horns which thou sawest upon the beast, these shall hate the whore, and shall make her desolate and naked, and shall eat her flesh and burn her with fire, right? And America is the whore that rides upon the beast. The beast represents the Roman Empire, but today it's NATO and the EU. They're gonna turn against America, and they're gonna help Russia, Iran, China. They're gonna help them nuke America and destroy America, because America is a cancer that has to be purged out, right? And simultaneously with that, the Lord is going to crack the sky, and he's going to get busy too, right? He's going to go down the valley of Jehoshaphat and destroy the armies of the world, right? And then, hey, you nations are going into slavery, man. All right, so let's go back here to Isaiah 19, and I'm going to go to... Let's go to 13. It says, the princes of Zoan are fools, the princes of Nope are deceived. They have also seduced Egypt, even they that are the stay of the tribes thereof, right? These counselors are dumb as hell. Pete Hesek, whatever his dude, the dude, Petey boy, man, the drug addict, that dude is a dumbass. Trump, he is a dumbass. Lindsey Graham, dumbass. All the counselors of America are dumb as hell, man. They're fools. And it's because the Most High God has taken away wisdom from them, right? This is verse 14. Yahweh hath mingled a perverse spirit in the midst thereof, and they have caused Egypt to err in every work thereof, as a drunken man staggereth in his vomit, right? And that's what these dudes are. They're like a drunk that's just slipping and falling in his own vomit, throwing up on himself. These dudes are dumb as hell. Everything they say, none of it makes sense. This dude Trump says they won the war a month ago, but we still got F-15s getting shot down, even though Iran is supposed to have no type of aerial defense. And you dumbass Americans are still eating it up. I was just joking with the kid. I was like, man, it looks like the world's going to end. He's like, what do you mean? I'm like, damn, bro, you don't watch none of the news? You don't watch nothing? Even though, the mainstream news, they be lying. But shit, you don't get on the internet? Like, how do you not know what's going on? Come on, man. Verse 15 says, neither shall there be any work for Egypt, which the head or tail, branch or bush may do, right? Unemployment is continually rising, and eventually they want all of Americans to be unemployed, man. They want to have robots doing your job. Like, you go to certain McDonald's and shit, all you see is damn self-serve kiosks, right? They want to have as little work as possible in America, so you're depending on this system. Right, so that eventually you'll adapt. You'll adopt the digital way, which is, that RFID chip, man, and be, implanted into the internet. Right, verse 16 says, in that day shall Egypt be like unto women, and it shall be afraid and fear because of the shaking of the hand of Yahweh of hosts, which have shaken over it. Right, and that's what's happening, man. We're sending goddamn TikTokers to go die in a world war, man. And these soldiers are like women, man, effeminate. They're not war ready. These generations have gotten smaller and smaller and smaller, man. You look at 18-year-olds, 20-year-olds, you're like, damn, bro, like these dudes are like 7th graders. Right? They're not disciplined. They don't believe in nothing. They damn sure don't want to die for America, man. Right? Verse 17, and the land of Judah shall be a terror unto Egypt, and everyone that maketh mention thereof shall be afraid in himself because of the counsel of Yahweh of hosts, which he have determined against it. And that's what's happening, it's beginning to happen now, man. People are afraid of the Israelites because they're like, damn, the things they've been saying are coming to pass. Right? And we're rejoicing, and they're scared, man. You non-believers are getting scared, getting fearful, because you don't understand what's going to happen. You don't understand what's going on, right? But let me get this. Matter of fact, let me read verse 18. I got one more verse. I'm gonna close it out. It says, verse 18 says, "In that day shall 5 cities in the land of Egypt speak the language of Canaan and swear unto Yahweh of hosts. One shall be called the city of destruction." That's what we're doing right now, man. Speaking the language of Canaan, saying all praises to Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai, man. Right? We're not speaking in Yiddish. We're not calling on Yeshua. We're not calling on Yahweh. We're not calling Jehovah. We're calling on the Heavenly Father by His real name, Yahweh, and His Son's name, Yahushai. Right? Let me close it out with this one last scripture. This is the book of Isaiah, chapter 33 and verse 6. It says, "And wisdom and knowledge shall be the stability of thy times, and strength of salvation. The fear of Yahweh is his treasure." Right? And that's, hey, man, you so-called Black, Hispanics, and Native Indians, man, you people of the hopeful elect, hey, you gotta stay in these scriptures, stay girded up, get your spirit right, man, because, hey, this is our time, man. We're at the home stretch. Don't let Hasatan, don't let the adversary take you out the way, man, because he's plotting and scheming. He's cooking up the perfect scenario to get you up out the way, man, to get you off out your spot, man, right, to play you out of your position. No, man, you got to stay down, man, endure to the end, right? Matter of fact, let's get that real quick. Let's get that real quick. Right, this is the book of St. Matthew, chapter 24 and verse 12. It says, "Because the iniquity shall abound, and the love of many shall wax cold, but he that shall endure unto the end, the same shall be saved." Right? "And this gospel of the kingdom shall be preached in all the world for a witness unto all nations, and then shall the end come." Right? And that's what we're doing, man. Preaching this word so everybody can know, hey, either you're of the house of Israel as good news, or you're the heathen and we're preaching destruction to you, right? Hey, and that's what we're waiting for. We're waiting for the Lord to come back. Lord willing, is quicker than you know what I mean. It comes quickly, man. We hasten the day, right? And I want be that's all I gotta say, man. I want to give all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai. Until next time, amen. Shalom.